that you want to become a chemical engineer?
That's another good question, and it's sort of an unusual path because growing up, I didn't know any chemical engineers, let alone any real engineers other than a friend, whose father worked in the area. I literally knew no engineers and no chemical engineers, and so for me, this goes back to what many people say when they're first getting into the field, is that they really like chemistry, they really like math. And for me, I saw this really beautiful application of applying those types of skills to solve real world problems. And so I enrolled as a chemical engineer at Penn State when I first started, and I never changed my major, which is also unusual. But the entire process was a learning process for me, where literally I had no background, no mentors or senior people that I could talk to. It really was discovery, and I think that was exciting for me because I learned something new each day. And so that was, again, it's fortuity. Why did I select chemical engineering? Well, it had chemical in it and it had engineering. And I thought that sounded really cool, but it really took time to develop those skills and to learn more about what the field actually was. But in a way, it's dumb luck. So I decided to move into that area and I started to discover it as I was going through it.
Perfect. Did you do anything special compared to your classmates when you were undergraduate student that you think that is the key that put you in the right path?
Yeah, that's another good question, and I feel like I should have some type of advice I could give to the next generation that if you do this, then success will follow. I think that there are a lot of things that could be done. There's a real emphasis today on developing skills and completing tasks so that you can have this exceptional CV that catches everyone's attention. But oftentimes what I see is people who are doing those types of things only for the sake of doing them, not because they actually care or that they really love it. And so for me, I wasn't really thinking about resume builders. I was just thinking that, I like transport. That was a fun class. Or, I really liked working in thermo. I like doing problem sets with friends. And I also like doing other things too. So I loved watching sports. And so I continued to do all of these different things, not really thinking about how that would impact my future career. And so you want to keep those things in mind if you're really dead set on a certain career path, to try and do those things that'll get you in a position to be there. But also don't force it. Do things that are natural, that are fun, follow the things you enjoy. And that's something that I've tried to do that just happened to work out. I wouldn't say that I set myself apart from my peers, other than maybe I was, a little bit more of a sports fanatic than some of the people. But other than that, I just enjoyed working with classmates, working on problem sets together, and just building relationships. It was something that was really fun and something I enjoyed. And I wasn't really thinking that, well, this is the first step of getting to a path of becoming a professor at MIT. That happened very slowly over time. It was never really in the back of my mind going the whole way through the process.
I mean, you are very humble.